Alright guys, I hope you... Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. And since we're all stuck in lockdown, or I guess at least most of us, I thought I'd do another editing video. But this time around, I thought I'd take you through the entire process of how I edit one of my images. So let's jump into Lightroom and start editing. So this is the image that we're going to be working with. A absolutely fantastic tree tunnel in Italy. And you can see my girlfriend walking in the center of the frame here, in the center of the tunnel. And yeah, it was just a fantastic morning, the light coming through the trees. So pretty much impossible to not take an awesome image. I do have to say this is taken on a Sony A7 Mark III and on a 100 to 400 G Master lens all the way to 250. So that's how you get that really cool compression in the shot. So yeah, let's get started. Generally, I use my images for Instagram. So I would start with cropping it to a 4:5, which is the preferred format for Instagram. And then I kind of just adjust to make sure that the composition is right. So I want to get the subject in the center here. And then, yeah, I think this looks good. So this will be our starting point. So after cropping, I have a few of presets that I've made, and they're not available. Maybe I will do that at one point. And I would be interested to know if anyone would be interested in getting these. But yeah, I started with this preset that I named brown gold here, and as a base. And yeah, then I went from there to kind of adjust the preset. So we'll go over it quickly. I just upped the exposure. If we compare it to the original here, I upped the exposure, up the shadows, down with the highlights, some more whites in there to make the image pop. And then I generally drop the clarity in my images to make them a little bit softer. And yeah, I drop the vibrance, the saturation. We'll probably change some of these things along the way. I think as we go already, I think I might drop the shadows a little bit. Yeah, that looks better. So, all right, let's have a look. So as you can see, I've already changed a lot of the greens in this preset. Or actually, it's in the yellows. Let's have a look. Yeah. But we still have some of these greens in here, and I want to make them pop a little bit more because they're the ones catching the light, and I want to accentuate that a little bit. So how I do that is basically in the green tab here, I would go to luminance, and as you can see, as I'm increasing the luminance, these greens and especially the trees in the back are popping a little bit more. So I just up that to somewhere where I like it, and I think that looks good. And then there's some blues in the back here that I really like, and in the preset, the aquas, for example, are completely desaturated, sorry. So I want to bring some of that back. And then also the blues are a bit saturated, and I want to bring them back. Just to get that like little bit of extra color down there. And maybe increase the luminance as well. All right, that looks pretty good. And generally I go to the calibration tab, and this is one really powerful tool in Lightroom, and I use it in pretty much all of my images because it changes the colors so much, and you can really make the image pop a little bit more. So in this image you can tell there's a lot of red, green and blue. So let's start with the reds here, and I think I'm just gonna increase the saturation to make it pop a little bit more. Let's see. Generally, this tool though, I kind of just play around with. There's no, for me personally, there's no like specific way to go around it. I play around, I see what it what it does to the image. And yeah, that's kind of how I go. See, make that saturation a bit higher to make it pop a little bit. Oh, this is actually why those greens were so yellow, because in the preset, the green primary was all the way down to the yellow. Because like I said, I generally don't like really strong greens. Obviously not like that. But yeah. Bring back a little bit of green though. And then let's have a look at the blues. I'm just gonna, this is obviously way too saturated, but we're gonna bring that down again. I just feel like it makes certain parts pop, and then you can just bring the overall saturation down again. Maybe not too much. Something like that. Yep, I like that. And then next, let's have a look at the color grading. And I generally have my tones, overall tones in the images quite cold and quite blue. So you can see here in the shadows, I would move that towards a more blue tone, and I really like the blue around 220, hue of 220. And then up the saturation a little bit. And you can tell it cooled down the image. It made it a little bit more contrasty, a little bit more moody. And yeah, I quite like that. Let's see. No, we don't want that. All right, that looks pretty good. Yeah, I think like color wise, we're good. And then one very important thing is these filters you have in Lightroom. The radial filters and the graduated filters is something that I just absolutely love using, because you can change the light in the image, and you can really change where the eye is drawn to. So what I would do for this one is, because this is really our main focal point, is my girlfriend here walking down the path and then the end of the tunnel, and it really shows you how massive this place is. So I want to, you can see that that's a bright part in the image as well, which is again why it draws your eye. So I want to just brighten that a little bit more. Don't go too crazy because we don't want to over expose it. And I want to dehaze it a little bit, because you could tell it's a little bit hazy. It looks maybe like a little bit misty, and we want to kind of accentuate that. I think that looks pretty good. Just make sure that the radial filter is inverted, so you have the inside of the circle selected, and I do want to completely feather that so that it's nice and soft. That looks good. See, off, on, yep, that's what I want. And then we're going to just continue to accentuate a few things. So here, the trees at the top, they catch this beautiful light. So we just want to accentuate that. Draw a radial filter around it. Again, make sure it's inverted. Feather it completely so it's nice and soft. And just increase the exposure a little bit. Not too much. And I really want, because I really like the details in these trees, and I really want to accentuate that as well. So I'm not going to dehaze this, because I don't want it to get too flat. So if you dehaze, you can tell like it's getting really flat, and we don't really want that. So what we do want to do is increase the clarity, which will make it look a little bit sharper, add a little bit of contrast, and then put in a little bit of texture as well, making it a little bit sharper. So if I turn that off and on, you can tell it's very subtle, but it makes a huge difference. And I actually want the same effect. So what I do is just duplicate this. So right click on the center there and duplicate, because I want the same thing on these cool looking trees in the center. Because again, like that's really where the focal point of this image is. And just on these two trees. Yeah. You don't want to overdo that, because I just want to increase the exposure a little bit on this one. You don't want to overdo that, because you could do this on this one here, on this one here. And I mean, depending on what you like, obviously, because this is all personal preference. I personally don't like to overdo it, because I just want to make a few parts of the image really pop so that your eye gets drawn into that. And then the most important focal part is obviously here, my girlfriend in the middle of the frame. So we want to, again, accentuate that a little bit. Maybe a tiny splash of exposure increase, but then especially some clarity and maybe a little bit of texture, not too much. All right, I think that looks pretty good. So let's see with all of these filters off and on. Yeah, that looks cool. And then one really important thing as well, one really cool thing that you can do with these radial filters is play a little bit more with the light. So you can see that there's light coming from the left of the frame, and I just want to accentuate that light coming through the trees. So I just make this huge circle, make sure that the center is just outside of the frame, and then you kind of get this. So make sure it's inverted, so you have the center of the circle, and then feather it entirely so it's nice and soft. So, and then you can really accentuate this light coming through. So again, the same thing really, just a little bit of exposure, a little bit of dehaze, not too much. And then sometimes I like to counter the exposure a little bit by adding a little bit of contrast so that it doesn't look too flat. I think that looks pretty good. And I actually want that light to be a little warmer. So I'm just gonna increase the temperature slightly so you can tell if I do it a lot. Yeah, that's not good. But just a tiny bit will make it look really nice. So just around there, I think looks good. Let's turn it off and on. Yeah, huge difference, but it makes that image look so much cooler. And then the last filter that I'm going to use is the graduated filter. And I do this in, I would say, 99% of all my images. I put a graduated filter at the bottom and I darken that up. So down the exposure, up a little bit the contrast, down the highlights a little bit, because it frames the image really nicely to have this dark bottom. And again, it like draws your eye more to where it needs to go. So if we turn this off, for example, it's not too bad here because there's shadow here anyway from the trees. But you can tell that at the bottom here of the frame, it's a little bit too bright. So if we darken that up, your eye immediately goes right where it needs to be. And that's just right here. So really simple, but really powerful way to edit your image. So yeah, that's pretty much it, I would say, for editing this image. I might go into Photoshop and clean some things up, but for Lightroom, that's pretty much it. So this was the before, this was the after. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that little walkthrough of how I edit an image. Let me know in the comments down below if you like the edit, if you like the image. If you like this kind of content, make sure you subscribe, like the video, and I'll be happy to see you guys on the next one. Peace!